everyone and welcome. I'm Oriel Morrison-Higgins and I'm here today with Andrew Sparke, the Chairman and Managing Director of QMines. Andrew, it's great to see you again. Welcome back.
Great to be back. Thanks, Oriel.
Now, you've been hosting Queensland Government ministers, I believe, over at Mount Chalmers. Tell us about it.
We have. What an exciting week. I was up there last week and we actually had the Honourable Rosalind Bates up on site, as well as the local member for Keppel, which was fantastic, the state government member for Keppel, and as well as the QIC key delegates from the Queensland Investment Corporation. So it was just a hive of activity and so nice to see the sort of support that we're getting from governments at all levels.
So as a reminder for investors here, Andrew, obviously QIC has just put 15 million into your project. So that's why the Queensland Investment Corporation folks have been coming to see you. Obviously, that's also why the government folks are coming to see you. Can you do a little bit of a reminder for investors about where you're at?
Absolutely. So a couple of months ago, you're right, the Queensland Investment Corporation invested about $15 million into our Mount Chalmers, or into our business, focusing largely on developing the Mount Chalmers project. So we now have a lot of work streams underway to complete what we're calling the Definitive Feasibility Study, which is basically the final study before we start to make decisions around going forward with mining. So it's really nice to see, they're really engaged and really keen to get up and have a look at the progress. It is a hive activity up on site. We've got rigs going. We've got environmental approvals processes underway. We've got all sorts of geotechnical, metallurgical test work things happening. So it's just really nice to see things progressing with haste.
So where exactly are you at with that definitive feasibility study? You had said last time we spoke that you hoped that would be complete by the end of 2026. Is that still the case? Are you on track?
Yes. For those of you who know the QMines team, you'll know we're the doers. So we are flying at the moment. So led by our new hire, Richard Wittig, our development manager. He's doing a terrific job. We're calling him Mr. Schedule. So he loves keeping things on track and moving forward. And I'm pleased to say we're still on track for the end of the year. And as I say, there's just a hive of activity going on at the moment. We're right in the guts of it now. So we've got all the key consultants basically engaged for all the different process and non-process infrastructure and environmental approvals tasks. So there's like 12 to 15 sort of groups around the table at the moment. So there's a lot going on, and it was great that the minister and QIC could come up last week to see all that progress.
What is it, do you believe, what sort of feedback, I should say, did you have from the minister and from the people from QIC that were with you last week as to where you're currently at? What do you believe they're most excited about?
I think it's all about the regional jobs for Rockhampton, for Mount Chalmers, for the local community at Quarrel. This is an area that has a mining history. A lot of the wonderful people in Mount Chalmers, their fathers and grandfathers worked in the Mount Chalmers copper and gold mine, over 45 years ago. So it's in my mind, it's great that that this opportunity is progressing back to production, and the biggest beneficiaries are really going to be those local people. So they were really excited about the sorts of jobs that it's going to provide, and the sorts of in-kind benefits for those sort of local communities. So and as a quick refresher, during construction, I think we need sort of 300 to 400 people here, and a lot of local businesses to really build this, as well as there obviously is a 10-year mine plan there at the moment. So it's going to be a long-term opportunity for a lot of those regional towns.
Well, it is certainly exciting times for you, Andrew. When are we likely to be speaking to you next for another update?
I think I said last time we'll be speaking again shortly, and thankfully I was correct. But look, I think it's fair to say we've got a lot coming. So you'll be seeing a lot of me, I'm sure, in the coming weeks. We do have resource updates coming from our Mount Mackenzie project. We've got drilling about to commence shortly in the Mount Chalmers region, and we've got a lot of development work. So watch this space. I'm sure we'll be chatting soon.
Excellent. Well, we're very much looking forward to it, Andrew. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thank you for yours.